The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Gaines. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. He'll look to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
And this is going to be no good. He missed it off to the left.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Clock 10.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Ready.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Yellow. Ready.
They'll look to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Light blue. Ready.
They'll set up to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The Seahawks at 12-2 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
43 rail.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
We're scoreless after 1.
On the set.
First and goal from the 6. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
You get down near the goal line, you need to start enlisting the help of all 11 guys on the defense. And that's a nice job there by the cornerback, squaring his shoulders and coming in to make the tackle.
Let's go now.
Second and goal from inside the 5. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shot of playoff football.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Out of the gun now on third down. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. Gregory Rousseau. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Pulled in at the 24. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2. Charles, when you talk about free safeties, I think one word comes to mind, range. And we saw an example of a rangy free safety right there.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And his top speed, as computed by Next Gen Stats, not bad. He was pushing 20 miles an hour. And let's see, the Packers defensively 6 DBs, so a dime look on third.
Could play coverage or bring pressure.
They're going to look to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out and giving the ball back to their offense?
Here we go. Here we go. Shot 17.
They're going to try and throw. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Second and 10. Back to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this won't get there, won't be on line either. It's no good, off to the right, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Down to about the 37.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Ready.
2nd and 8 coming up.
Check pitch. Check hut.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Packers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, it might be off by a half step either way.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. Gregory Rousseau. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This fielded right at the goal line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll start this drive out on the ground. They'll get this to the 24, and it's second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On play action, they'll throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Red, yellow, black shot.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Going for the deep ball. This is intercepted. And the Packers will take over possession here up at the 44. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson, and he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
On 2nd down now, Gaines, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They go back to the ground. And a loose football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And now off to the races down the right side. Past the 20. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room where they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Going up top. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
They'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Carter, we read a great article this week arguing for him to be Defensive Player of the Year. Normally, sacks are the big thing that people point to, but what he's done in the secondary has been something special.
It has been, because it's been an all-around game for him. Taking the ball away, rushing the quarterback, and sacking him himself. Doing a number of different things that change the way the game is played.
And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punt's coming in, I never return punts, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are, about whether you should fair catch it or not. But sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away.
1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
22 middle.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Ready.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 54 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score. I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. So an important touchdown right there is now they're really beginning to pull away.
Yeah, this was a tight game until not too long ago. But since then, they've hit the accelerator. And they pushed the lead up to 3 scores here in the fourth quarter. And I don't see them looking back.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field. And we are ready to rock. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Packers on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He's 2nd in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And that will force a turnover on downs. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down? They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well where you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be third down. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. 130 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Yeah, he's got it. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game.
Let's go now. Zero blue. Red cycle. Red.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there. His second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Seahawks are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead. The point after is good. And that makes the score 28-0. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. So the victory here for Seattle. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
But they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't...